Few things in this world are worse than the feeling of regret. And a lot of you guys email me being like, I went farther than I should have with this guy and he turned out to be such a dick and now I can't get over it. Or like, oh, I dated someone for like a year and I can't get over it. What I've realized is that it's not so much you can't get over the guy, you can't get over you. You can't get over the decisions you made and that regret and that feeling of just kicking yourself and like you knew better. And by the way, a lot of y'all said, Shallon, you told me what to do, and I did not listen, and you turned out to be right. I do not want to say I told you so because I love y'all. But when you're as right as I am, you don't have to say it, but I will. I told you so. I told you so. Anyway, moving on. When you regret something that is like kind of your fault, like you stayed too long in the relationship, you went farther than you wanted to, you had sex with someone you shouldn't, even you kissed someone you shouldn't, it's worse than just getting like jilted or conned by someone because like then you're just like, well, it wasn't my fault. But when it kind of is your fault, how do you move on from that? The first thing you have to do is forgive yourself. Actually, no. The first thing you have to do is get in touch with the fact that you blame yourself. It's very easy in this world, and it's a natural human tendency to blame our faults on external factors and our victories on internal things. Like, well, I failed because that teacher doesn't like me, but I succeeded because I'm braver and smarter. That's not always the case. Sometimes we fail because we just made a mistake. So really get to the root of how you're feeling. Did you do something that you knew was outside of your comfort zone or that you knew was going to turn out poorly? That's okay. That's life. Not every experience is going to be a positive experience. And I feel like when I was younger, like I just didn't get that. Like I assumed that every guy I dated had to end like amazing and every hookup had to be incredible and every kiss had to be the greatest kiss ever. Otherwise, I was like doing life wrong. And that's not right. There's going to be things that are just crappy. So admit that to yourself, then forgive yourself. I'm a big fan of like letter writing. I literally write letters to the boys who have hurt me. I do not send them. Crucial part of this conversation. Never send them. Never. I also write letters to myself being like, well, Shallon, I see you slept with that person even though you knew he didn't like you and you knew deep down you were sleeping with him to try to like make him like you or stick around or show him how great you are at sex and hooking up and like then he's gonna fall in love with you. And guess what? He didn't. And when I was like brutally honest about that, I could move on. You can't change what you don't acknowledge, and you can't come to terms with what you don't acknowledge. So when I wrote all that down, I was able to then move on to the next step, which is forgiveness. You made a mistake. It sucked. It turned out deep down how you knew it was going to, but here's the crucial part. You learned something. I would learn that I need to listen to that voice in the back of my head, my female intuition, that instinct. Animals listen to their instincts all the time. And no one ever, like, wags their finger at them for it. That's what animals do. They listen to their instincts. Guess what? Humans are animals. We might walk upright and have a little less body hair, some of us, but we are animals. And our female intuition is the most valuable power on earth. Never ignore that. So get right with yourself and forgive yourself. It's okay if you made a mistake. The only thing that matters is that you learn something from it. We all see people, our friends, who make mistake after mistake, and they like just don't learn from it. You're just like, what are you doing? That is a true tragedy. It's not a tragedy to try something, be like, okay, it didn't work out, but I learned something, and I'm going to modify my behavior, modify my approach, and do something differently. That's how you can let go of regret. That's how you can move on. And ultimately, that's how you can find a satisfying relationship, not only with another person, but a satisfying relationship with yourself.